everybody, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. I am Tyranobanks or Raquel, whichever one you want to call me. They are all my names. I will answer to either one of them. Now before I start this book review, make sure y'all subscribe to my channel, thumbs up this video, and follow my social media because you're missing out. Like, I've been killing Instagram lately. I'm just saying, you know. But we're gonna talk about this book. This book. Is it gonna focus? I know that y'all have heard of Opposite of Always because now Opposite of Always is a new book, like published this year, new book. And y'all know, like, my book reviews are usually on urban fiction books that are like so many years old and stuff like that, or some new books. It just depends on what type of book this is. So when I seen this book cover, I first seen it on, it's a book page that I'm following. I forgot what book page, but I seen it and I was like, oh, interesting. And then I started seeing it on Amazon, and I was like, this is pretty. And then I end up seeing it in Target. Of course, y'all already know I get my books from Target sometimes. And I seen it in Target, and it was, I don't think it was, I'm looking at the price on the back of the book, like $17.99. I don't think it was $17.99. I think it was like $13 or $12 or something like that. It was like a percent off. So yeah, I just happened to pick up this book, and of course what caught my eye is, like I said, the cover. As you can see, let's get into it. I love the yellow and the mint green, and then I love the stairs. And anybody that knows me, I love reading books about black people. So these two people on the front, like, nothing against like people of other races, but I love reading books on my people, like, point blank, period. Okay, period, poo. But I've seen this and I'm like, okay, so me from the title and then from the cover, I could tell that it was a YA book. And I was just like, I'm still a young adult. I'm just not a teenager. And I would want, if I had kids and if I had a teenager, my teenage daughter would be reading this instead of what I was reading. But I was sneaking and reading urban fiction, like, but I was still reading young adult books too. But Opposite of Always, I just love it. Like how at the top of the stairs, like, they're close, and then they're slowly starting to spread apart, and then even on the back, they're in different positions. And on the back it says, this is a book about two teens who fall in love over cereal, about a boy stuck in a time loop, in the moments that make a life worth reliving. So how I found out this book was a time traveling type of book. Not even a time traveling, but it's gonna go under that category. It's because I read a review on Amazon and I was just like, oh, like, I did not want to know what this book was about because y'all already know I don't really read the synopsis. It's the title and the cover that catches my attention, and then I'll read the book. But that's what I messed up. I was like, oh, I didn't want to know it. But you'll know, like, as soon as you read the first little, what is the word that I'm looking for? It's not really, the prologue, I want to say. So basically it's about this teenage boy, and the book, like, on the back, it really sums it up. It's about this teenage boy that falls for this girl in college, and he's a senior in high school, and I believe that she's a freshman or a sophomore at this university called Whittier. And they meet at a party, and the first night, that's how they, like, meet. Like, they get together, I want to say, and they really did fall in love. Like, cereal was their thing. Like, cereal dates, that was their thing. And then it got all the way to some big event happening, and then she'll just disappear. And I'm not gonna do this review usually how I like just spill all the tea, because this new. This is brand new. I know people are still reading it. But at first I felt like it was gonna be repetitive, because okay, you're going back in time. You're going back in time. It even says in the synopsis. Let me see. Yep, it even says in the synopsis that Kate is going to die. Okay, so it tells you that in the synopsis. So I'm thinking like every time Kate dies, it's gonna go like he was gonna write the same thing over and over and over. But what he did was she died, and it'll take him back to when they met at the party, and then it's his chance to do things differently than the first time. Um, so the first time he went through it, he was devastated. I believe, and this ain't really me giving away, but I believe like the first time before he started traveling back is that he died trying to go and see her in the hospital. So if y'all read that, like, is that what happened or no? Like, I'm like kind of confused on that part. And then it's like the second, third, fourth time. I think he did it over a lot of times. Of course, the author wasn't gonna sit there and write all the times out, but what the author did do was write the umpteenth amount of times. It wasn't a lot of times. I don't want to tell y'all because then it's like spoiling it. But it's spoiling it. There we go. But each time it's just like he did something different. Like maybe he didn't do nothing at all, or maybe he did something different and then he lost this person, or maybe he did something different, he lost these people, or maybe he made people disappointed in him, or maybe he just hurt himself like a dummy. Like it was just so many things, and I was just like, I was reading it because at first I was like this much into the book, and this is a little nice sized book. It's not that long to me being a reader. It also has an alternative ending, so it has 473 pages. Which to me isn't, it's a lot, but it's not a lot. You get me? It's not like a 50 Shades of Grey, or not even 50 Shades of Grey, or it's not a Twilight. It's not a Harry Potter type, you know. But I got to right here, and I was just like, eh. But then I just decided to pick it up, and as I kept going, I was just like, I like this book. Like, I'm gonna finish this book. So it was him, which is his name is Jack, and then the girl that he loved is Kate, and then his best friend Franny, aka Francisco, the guy, and his other best friend Jillian, of course, the girl. And then Francisco and Jillian were together, and then, you know, Kate and Jack were together. And then who else is in the book? Jack's mom and dad. Jack was the only child. Francisco was the only child. He stayed with his grandma. His dad was in jail. Jillian's dad was mentioned in this book, and her mom was too. And it seemed like we didn't really dip into her story like that, but her mom, it seemed like her mom was struggling, and then her dad was just running off. Other than that, I'm trying to think about who else was mentioned in this book. Of course, Kate's family, like her mom, her dad. I think towards the end we found out she had a sibling. And then, of course, like nurses, doctors, and all that good stuff. Teachers, I never mentioned. I'm trying to see what else I can say about this book, because I don't really, because y'all know I get down to the nitty gritty, like, I didn't like this, I don't like this, la la la. But I really did like this is really like a cute, good read for a young adult. I promise you. So if you're looking for a book to give your teenage daughter or your son, because I don't know why people be like, boys don't like to read anyways. So if you want to get this book for your son or your daughter, get it. Honestly, like, I'm glad that I actually picked this up and supported this author, which I never said his name, Justin A. Reynolds. If you ever see this book review, you from author to author, you did a damn good job. Okay, I need you to know that, because it's really hard for us black authors to get really out there in the world and get noticed. So you did a good job on this. So this is the end of my book review. Let me know if y'all read it down in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about it. Like, I really want to know. And yeah, make sure y'all subscribe, like, follow me on my social media, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.